to another episode of my Andrea Pirlo Glory to Success, my Football Manager save here on Football Manager 2020. And it's just been a lot of mumble, but we have gone through the history of Andrea Pirlo as a manager from 2019 up to 2032. Hopefully this episode we will be able to basically go through the team today and such. So let's go to what was it? Was it 32, 33? I'm so confused. Okay, yeah, 32, 33. So basically, yeah, the two last seasons. So yeah, I'm going through here. So really good. We have been really good in Champions League, and I feel like they actually, when I got here, they actually got a really good team. So we managed to first off go through the Champions League group stage, and then we managed to win on the penalties against Barcelona. I believe we had. Then we won against Arsenal 3-1. Ugur Nurberg has been one of our outstanding players. I thought he would make a goal-scoring record last season, but unfortunately it was just great at the beginning of the season. Then in the we won there against Barcelona, and then they scored a very late goal, so we got it to penalties. Yeah, Andrea Pirlo has learned from the best. Jose Mourinho to close that game, at least when Jose Mourinho was good. So at the away game, we just closed them down and won there. And unfortunately, I don't know. I have to see past meeting because this is ridiculous against Inter. So I did, or Andrea Pirlo went with a low kind of, because I believe they were at really good in the league as well this season. So we did just go defensive, try to get a good results as possible. I would have just gotten 1-1, I would have been happy. But yeah, unfortunately they scored 3 goals there. And in the second match, that was really frustrating because we did create like nothing. And if we would have just won 2-0, we would have gone through with away goals. So past meeting, you will see here. There you will see 9. That's devastating actually. But I guess it's not great in real life either. But yeah, let's see. Oh man, we have not won in 3 years against them in the league as well. So 20 victories, 9 victories for Milan, 12 draws. And we can just, I know this is just wasting time, but we can see, for example, just a comparison with Zebra here instead. We still have minus difference, but it's way more close. 16 victories and 21 losses. So yeah, just get smashed by Inter, unfortunately. And Inter won. I don't like that, but Inter won the Champions League there. And Italian Cup we went to. So it was so close this season. We went to the semi-final in the Italian Cup. Unfortunately, we lost the home match then, and then basically we're done. And then last season, I might actually not go through transfer window because I think it's not that interesting and not happened that much. So we lost again against Inter, of course. I just want to win one match against them. Should it be so difficult? And apparently Pirlo, he's good against Arsenal. So we won again against Arsenal. It's not like Arsenal has a bad team or anything. Probably have a better team than in real life. So yeah, we won the first knockout round. Fortunately, we did 2 really good matches, but unfortunately it wasn't enough. If we would have scored, yeah, as you can see there, if we would have scored a late goal, but yeah, as you can see, they scored a late goal there, so it wasn't really anything. This is sort of becoming Gemelaggio with Napoli, so 3-2 there in the end. And in the league, we have finished second. This is probably the closest we got. I have to see here. No. Or I mean, I did not manage there, but still. I mean, they've been... This is ridiculous when I'm actually checking for it. They won the league. Then they were 1 point, and they still had 92 points. That's pretty good to have 92 points, to be fair. I did not manage here, to be fair. 5 points. At the same points tally. 2 points. They always been close, but never good enough. And here, of course, Roma won that season. And then we'll see. Inter won again 2 points. 2 points, or no, season we were actually pretty far away. But then when we went to Champions League semi-final after all, but yeah, we had problems to scoring goals, and we conceded way too many, and basically, I don't know, Lazio and Inter are just becoming giant teams, so they're just way better some season than all the other teams, as you will see here, which is not great. But a nice thing is that Lazio, or the manager, which was Graham Potter, which won the league at 96 points. I believe that's the highest so far. He did step down. I don't know if he got the England job or what. So yeah, unfortunately, points-wise, it's not looked great. We drawn too many matches. And then the next season after it, we did... instead of winning more matches, we did lost more matches there. We were stable and solid, like third here, behind Lazio, behind Inter, and then I believe that it was like the middle second half, we did just play shit and did not win anything. So then we dropped down here, and it looked really awful. And then in the end, I'm actually pretty happy about that, but because it did not look great at all, and it was like, well, we're probably going to be even beaten by Atalanta. So we managed to save a Champions League spot, which probably isn't great, because they wanted me to win the league, so yeah, I underperformed. So if you wonder, that's why I have a D. But surprisingly, which has taken another turn, now I don't know why, they've just expected first half. And the same with Champions League. I guess Champions League is really tough, but we have actually gone to the quarter final and the semi-final, so I don't understand that. They want to win silverware, so I don't know what this mean really. Recognized as the best. I guess top 7? The 738 we have to win the league. So I don't know how we're going to do it, but nicely we at least improved the youth facilities here. And yeah, so they are really disappointed. Which I still feel is a little bit harsh, because the only thing we did not achieve was, and we still managed to save it in the end, to go to Champions League. If we wouldn't, I would have probably got sacked. I had the F before even. It was like, seriously, we have actually done it pretty good in the Cup and in Champions League. But oh well. So let's go through the transfer and let's play our first match. So we have signed a lot of players. As I said before, we sold Brian O'Keefe, not because he's bad. We had him on loan out, and then we had a selling clause. I wanted to get more, but we didn't get more. We sold a lot of youth players as well, so we don't have that big youth team anymore. So yeah, and Medea was superb this season he played here, but he was 30 years old. He's been outstanding, to be fair, but also he's right winger, and we don't have those. Let's go through here. So we signed some players that we had last season. We signed Rodolfo Corey, which looks outstanding already. He's just 19. Great finishing. Okay, compulsories could be better, but for being just 19, he looks really good. And he's played pretty good in the... Yeah, not scoring that much goal, but still been good. And I would wanted to keep him, but apparently not. I'm trying to get more Italians in here. Arambari was more... We did just take him just to be a backup, because I got an injury on one of my left defender. So we loaned him in here. And then he had a sign out fee, I don't know what to call the release fee of 8 million. So then I signed him, and he is actually better than another left back that I signed that is Italian. So yeah, and Eurogean, I probably mistake, are really outstanding. And Peruzzo, some of this, I don't understand why they have so, like, maybe it's because some of the players are just outstanding, or maybe it's because they are not world class, but still, he's been outstanding for us. Armando Peruzzi, Inter signed him. He's now never gotten really much of game time. We loaned him in twice there. Unfortunately, we had to pay a lot of money, but I thought it's still worth it. He's really good passer and all around pretty good. So yeah, 57 million there. And with most of this play, we actually lowered, which I might show you as well, the economic side of things. Probably just play one match today. Pedro Gutierrez from Real Madrid. We loaned him in last season as well, I see now. But he's probably the best we can find right now. I would like to find someone else, but he's a good backup for, what's it called? Matthew Gubin. This is our started here. Tulo Chubit. He wants me to sign or strengthen up the team, but I don't know what to strengthen up because we have 23 players, so I don't really know. We have some players like see and some other players that isn't star-wise great, but they still perform pretty good, so I don't know if I should go on the stars or what I should do. So he cost 22 million. He's never played, unfortunately, in Europe, but it looks pretty good. Good vision, good technical central midfielder, and I needed more really talented central midfielder. Expensive, kind of overpriced, but I thought, well, Alan Tucci is one of few. Unfortunately, Italy's have had a decline. They've not gotten that many good players. So yeah, Alan Tucci is from Liverpool. He's played at Lazio, so Lazio seem to... Hopefully we can get some youth players as well. He cost us... Yes, way too much. 55. And it says, unfortunately, that he isn't good. And I'm thinking of playing more as a central defender. But yeah, he probably is good. I mean, he's not bad. He's just really ready so far. But as you can see, some of his mentals and especially physicals, 15, 15, 15. Maybe could have a little bit better pace and strength and such. But still, he's just 20 years old. So I feel like giving him the benefit of the doubt right now. Mirko Bataloya. He looks like a really Pirlo-esque player. I might actually try to play him as a regista. He looks, I guess first touch is a little bit, but he has great vision and great passing and can play there. So this is a youth player that we had. Unfortunately, my youth developer just sold him for 4 million. I was kind of pissed off. It was like weird because he wouldn't be sold for some seasons or such. I did give him some game time there, but yeah, unfortunately he was going to go, and then he went to Southampton, played some matches, and unfortunately Dortmund did not want to sell him, so 66 million. But weirdly, he had a 40% sell-on fee from when we sold him, so we got the back like 30 million or whatever. Yes, Golden, I got in more of as a backup to Rodrigo Eduardo. So sad about one player we lost here. Alessandro Di Battista, as you can see. Yeah, I've scouted so many youth players and they're not outstanding, but he's decent. He would be a good backup, and he was really outstanding last season. And then he was like, no, I don't wanna, his contract was going out, and then I had him as a starting player, and he was like, no, I don't wanna sign the new contract, and he went and signed for Genoa. So I was like, what? Why are you signing for Genoa? That's really weird, because it should be able to do that. Group stage, I guess when is it the draw? That's the question. We could see the draw probably. Yeah, I think we're just going to see the draw of the Champions League as well. As you see, maybe not the easiest matches, Lazio and then Zebras. And we might just come back right away to play those two there. Let's show you the team here, and we'll play these two tactics. I just love AC Milan or whatever. When we use this tactics 4-3-1-2. Unfortunately, I don't have the other tactics, which is the Christmas tree formation. And instead, I play with that tactic, especially since we have Battaglia and we have another really good anchorman. Tossi is, I mean, his stats is not that great, but he gets game time in those kind of tougher matches away, just because he's our only really anchor man, and yeah, a little bit like Ambrosini there. So I usually, oh no, I usually play with these roles here. I guess they're pretty good for that. I'm sorry, it would be too long episode. I promise you, the next episode is just going to be 50 minutes or so. But we had a lot to talk about, go through. So, let's go through our player that start today against Udinese, which is definitely a tough match. So, nicely, it's Camillo Di Dio, 66 million. Both our goalkeepers are really good, I mean, they're not outstanding right now, but they could be. Well, it says that he is a leading player though. So Camillo, electricity really low, 24 years old, has the future for him there. 66 million, I know it's too much, but he was basically the best Italian goalkeeper. Gibbons has been here like 10 seasons, I believe it says it's 10 seasons, so he's like one of the players that's played the most in Milan here. Really good offensive right back there. Garcia, we signed him 2 seasons ago, and it was mostly, I just tried to find someone that was cheap and youth, and in the end, after a long search of youth players that is are defensive, I find him, and I was like outstanding because he had in tackling 20, so that's pretty outstanding, and really good physical as well. And 4 stars, he can be 5 stars even, so he is, yeah, we have a really good defense. Unfortunately, as I said, Gibbons is a little bit downside to him because he's not great defensive, so probably some of our players here or some of the defense has to cover up for him. Hornet, as I said, experience was very expensive. I have been thinking of selling him, but from season to season I have decreased his wage. So you will see there are some players that, like Gibbons and Hornet, they actually have way more money than everyone else. Arambari, you saw him, you saw Chuli, good creative player there. Misalarol, you saw Peruzzi. Carboni, we signed from Roma. They signed them for free and we signed them back. Because I thought, I know, he's also, I don't understand what he has 2 stars for. Some of these stars are just bullshit. Okay, yeah, he's had a lot of 10s, but he have been outstanding. Okay, maybe not last season, but the season before that, he did 9 points and he was really deadly, scoring goals as well. So I don't know, what role does he play right now? Maybe we should. It says that he isn't great as a box-to-box, but maybe we should retrain it, or let's see here. Cavalieri, it seems like he would be pretty good there still. He has good stamina, good pace, decision good, all around decent, and he surprisingly they say for. Sometimes they've said, "Oh, it's better as a striker," but I don't see it really. To be fair, I think it's better as a central midfielder. And then we had Rodrigo Eduardes, which probably is our best player, or definitely our best creative player. 37.5 million, I think is still very little. Really good there. Even if it says that he's really bad at leadership, he's sort of still a leader because when he's good, he's really good. Carrera, one of these players that my staff don't think is that great. We loaned him out last season, which was probably a mistake because sometimes we would have needed someone that could score goals. He scored 12 goals the first season. I've just signed him for 2 million. I was outstanding because at some of his stats are really good. Like finishing compulsory is outstanding, and it's really good pace and stamina there. And some of the mentors are really good as well. Passing is his downside, but he still had great first touch, so I don't see why we wouldn't have him there. Our top goal scorer, Nuremberg, which just cost us 50 million, which is ridiculous. I know this would probably be over 30 minutes, but I might edit it down to under 30 minutes. So yeah, he did not do that bad first season, but last season he was really outstanding. I believe he's finished 3rd, but unfortunately he stopped scoring with like 10 matches left, so we would have needed Carrera. But Sony, that is our... He also has a lot of money. First left back is injured. Rossetti is also one of... It seems like he's central midfield. I mean, they're not awful, so I don't... Maybe Rossetti is not great, but... I mean, they have not done that bad, so it's like... We're probably going to... Yeah, so unfortunately it's been a little bit of decline for Italian players. So let's just go to the match and see what we... I'm so confused right now. Did I see it wrong? Or why did Udinese play against Spal? It had to be something wrong. Maybe the youth team. Yeah. 8 matches, as you can see. I'm way more passionate about this. And even if I would get sacked, I'm kind of surprised because I thought after I got sacked, or after Pirlo got sacked the first time from Milan, I thought, well, is this going to be great? But Dortmund has been lovely. Sevilla has been pretty fun too. I did not thought it would be as fun as it was. And Napoli, I wouldn't even mind going back there actually. So that's pretty cool. It's the team in my heart, so yeah. And I kind of like the struggle not to... Sure, Pirlo has to win eventually, but I kind of like the struggle as well. Kind of motivates me to improve and such. It's a little bit frustrating, don't get me wrong, but it's still nice because you always have other goals and such, and that's a terrible. I mean, we might, if this goes really bad, we might get sacked, and I might really regret not signing, because we had Dortmund that wanted to sign. They finished 4th last season. Which was it more? I believe it was Chelsea that I had we had a lot of injuries with lots of team basically, and I did not take it because I was like, well, Milan is my favorite team and Pirlo's favorite. It's weird. Yes, Rodrigo Eduardo scored a goal on free kick there. It's really weird because I have to think like Pirlo. So sometimes, I believe I got 2 times offer to go to Juventus, and it really bothers me. I want to... It feels like I should go there because Andrea Pirlo has played at Juventus, and clearly he's not against the club or whatever. But at the same time, I don't like Juventus, so... And especially, I think it's the same for basically everyone. It's like, really, for most other Italian clubs like Milan, Inter, Napoli, Roma, Lazio, basically everyone hates Juventus. It's like... But at the same time, it would be interesting now, since they've not won the league in like ages. Gibbons, Rodrigo Eduardo, there you see, he's like our star signing, and you would see here, after they scored that goal, we have just dominated. I'm still scared though of getting sacked. I hope it goes that good that I'm not in a position to get sacked, but we will. Maybe we should... I know you aren't, but maybe you're still better. He was outstanding last season, so I don't know if the reality has come to him. Last season it was like, oh, I'm playing at Milan, how lovely, and now it's like, oh, I'm permanently signed for Milan, so this is tough. It's always a pressure to play for Milan. Oh, try to... I know that the worst thing is Udinese. It's like in real life. It's not like they are outstanding, but it's just like a team that... Ooh, Carrier should have done better there. This is... but he scored, so... Maybe he should be more like a super sub. Oh no, 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 oh, that's just unjustified. I feel almost like we Pirlo have to win this to not get sacked. Why is Garcia that bad here? Is he playing in the role he doesn't like or what? I think we might... Or do we... oh yeah, we have him. This is a youth player that I got in, or has been loaned out for some season. And I thought, well, let's give him some game time. He has potential. Or now they say that he doesn't have potential, so maybe I shouldn't. And he's not looked outstanding on the preseason, so maybe I shouldn't have signed him. But I want to, when there are some youth players there, I want to give them a chance to show their worth. And if they don't do good enough, well, then that's that. So he will get his game time there. So I don't really care about the stars too much. If a player plays good, well, then he can stay for me, even if he has less than ideal stars. Why are you so shit? I don't understand. It's worst season of all time, basically. There's basically between those three who will start. This is so frustrating. This feels so familiar as well. We dominate the match, we dominate the possession, we create way more chances, but unfortunately we don't win it. I don't know what to say. Are under threat, so basically every match counts now. For nicely, I haven't gotten tally of points, which I hate that when it happens in Football Manager, because it is so unrealistic. Like, especially in the beginning of a new season. Why would they do that? They don't even know which team you're going to face off against. You could like get Inter, Juventus, Atalanta, just tough teams. So it's like stupid just. Unfortunately, I'm probably not going to play ever, so yeah, I think we're going to sell you, unfortunately. You're a winger, you don't fit my system. Of my youth player, unfortunately, and that's why we're also trying to get the youth facility, which I was surprised of, since I'm purely unsure. I thought, well, then they definitely not going to do that. Well, Sanyola, I'm probably going to sell you still. I was thinking of, he wasn't bad in the end of the season, but still he wasn't outstanding, so I might actually sell you, because I believe we have 23 players, so yeah. And why not get some extra money in as well? Again, Barcelona, always Barcelona. Seems like, I don't want Bayern Munich. I don't want Bayern Munich, and I don't want Chelsea. Hoffenheim, that's interesting. Definitely might be tough, but I think in the last group where we had Barcelona in the group, I might show you here. Last season we just dominated both of us. I believe we were through to the next round after like third match, as you can see. And I was thinking, which would be very lovely, that Pirlo might in the end of the season go back to Brescia and try to make them stable. Okay. So yeah, probably those. We might do Barcelona then. Yeah, in that episode after that. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Have a good tea and a good coffee day, and I'll see you soon again. So bye.